Mr. Dorothy here for those that I've met before, and to all of my new kindergarten friends. Hello, I am Mr. Dorothy, and I am your art teacher. So today we are going to be reading a little story called The Dot by Peter Reynolds. And then we are going to, this week and next week, we are going to be creating our own dot artwork that we are going to be using for International Dot Day. Last year in school, we had International Dot Day, and this year is going to be no different. We're still going to use our art skills that we're going to learn, and we are still going to participate. I just need you guys to be able to send me your pictures of your dots, but we'll talk more about that later. So let's take a read of The Dot.
The Dot by Peter H. Reynolds. Art class was over, but Vashti sat glued to her chair. Her paper was empty. Vashti's teacher leaned over the blank paper. "Ah, a polar bear in a snowstorm," she said. "Very funny," said Vashti. "I just can't draw." Her teacher smiled. "Just make a mark and see where it takes you." Vashti grabbed a marker and gave the paper a good, strong jab. There! Her teacher picked up the paper and studied it carefully. She pushed the paper toward Vashti and quietly said, "Now sign it." Vashti thought for a moment. "Well, maybe I can't draw, but I can sign my name." The next week, when Vashti walked into art class, she was surprised to see what was hanging above her teacher's desk. It was the little dot she had drawn, her dot, all framed in swirly gold. I can make a better dot than that." She opened her never-before-used set of watercolors and set to work. Vashti painted and painted. A red dot, a purple dot, a yellow dot, a blue dot. The blue mixed with the yellow. She discovered that she could make a green dot. Vashti kept experimenting, lots of little dots in many colors. If I can make little dots, I can make big dots too. Vashti splashed her colors with a bigger brush on a bigger paper to make bigger dots. Vashti even made a dot by not painting a dot. At the school art show a few weeks later, Vashti's many dots were quite a splash. Vashti noticed a little boy gazing up at her. "You're a really great artist. I wish I could draw," he said. "I bet you can," said Vashti. "Me? No, not me. I can't draw a straight line with a ruler." Vashti smiled. She handed the boy a blank sheet of paper. "Show me." The boy's pencil shook as he drew his line. Vashti stared at the boy's squiggle, and then she said, "Sign it." The end.
So I hope you all enjoyed that story, The Dot by Peter Reynolds. And in that book, the character Vashti, who is the artist just like you, has a really hard time and thinks that they can't make art, and that is not true. Vashti just starts with a tiny little dot and then says, I can do a better dot than that, and then continues to make all sorts of different dots. Now, let's take a quick break and think, what shape? What shape? And first, what is a shape? Here's what a shape is. So, a shape is a line that moves until it hits itself. So, what shape is closest to a dot? Any ideas? A circle. So, we're going to today make as many dot artworks that you would like. You can use any materials you have at home today. Maybe it's just a pencil. Maybe it's some markers. Maybe it's some crayons. If you have paint at home and it's okay with whoever's the adult in your house, you can paint it. So, we are going to, on whatever paper you have, I have some plain white paper. You can even do this on a piece of newspaper. You can use the inside of a box. Whatever surface you have that you can draw on, make sure you get it okay with an adult first. But we're going to make a lot of different dots. And I'm going to show you an example. And then I'm also going to show you a bunch of other dots. When you're choosing colors, if you have more markers, you can use as many colors as you want. Or you can maybe just choose one or two. It's up to you. Your dot artwork can be whatever you want. So, for my first one, I'm going to make, using just black, I'm going to make a little dot, a bigger dot, a bigger dot, and then a big dot. And I'm going to make sure I put my name on the bottom, just like Vashti did. So I have dots that are different sizes. For my next one, I'm going to use dots that are different colors. So I have all different color markers. So I might do a medium-sized red dot and maybe a big red dot. And when I'm coloring, I want to make sure that I have no white paper. So if I make my outline of my circle, I'm going back and forth, so I have no white paper. Now, I'm going to get my next color. I'll use blue. Same thing, I make my circle, and then I'm going to color that circle in. And I'll do a little one a medium, and then we'll do one big one. So again, I make my circle, and then I go back and forth, making sure I have no white paper. And I'm going to keep going until I have all of my dots. And then, just like Vashti, I'm going to sign it. For our next dot, I'm going to make a pattern. I'm going to do a little trail of dots. So I'm going to do black dots, and then to make it a pattern, I'm going to put yellow dots in between. So now I have black, yellow, black, yellow, black, yellow. So it repeats, and that makes it a pattern. And just like Vashti, I'm going to sign it. And for my last example, this one might be for some of the older kids. Vashti even makes a dot without a dot. What that means is, rather than coloring the inside, she colors the outside. Now for these, make sure we're using our good coloring. We're going back and forth. We're coloring in the same direction. So back and forth, back and forth. And I'll show you this one when I'm done. So here's my not a dot. I colored everything but my dot, but it still shows up like a dot. And just like Vashti, I'm going to sign it. I hope you all had so much fun making your own dot artwork. I hope you guys enjoyed the story. I hope you learned a little bit about shape. We learned a little bit about pattern, something that repeats over and over again. And I hope you had fun creating your own dot artwork. Now, when you do and create your own artwork, I want you guys to send me your pictures, please. So, at the end of this video, I'm going to put my email and my Instagram. So go follow the Instagram. You can either send me a direct message on Instagram with your picture, or you can email them to me. Cannot wait to see what dot artwork you create, and I can't wait for next week's video. Have a great week, friends. I miss you. I love you. And and my little kitty came to say hello. Have a great week, everybody.